It had been a long day for James, so when he got home, he was eager to crash into bed. He entered his apartment, dropped his keys on the kitchen counter, and kicked off his shoes. The place was quiet. Too quiet. He usually heard the faint hum of the fridge or the distant sounds of the street. But tonight, there was nothing. He shrugged it off and went straight to his room, the fatigue catching up with him. As he lay down, he noticed something strange. The closet door, which he was certain he had closed before leaving, was slightly ajar. It wasn't wide, just a crack, but enough to make him uneasy. "Maybe I just forgot," he muttered to himself, but the unease gnawed at him. He decided to ignore it and shut his eyes. Minutes passed, but something wasn't right. There was a soft creaking sound coming from the closet. James opened his eyes, heart racing. He told himself it was just the house settling, but the creaking continued. Closer this time, like footsteps. Slow, deliberate steps. He sat up, listening intently. The footsteps stopped. Then he heard it. A whisper. A voice, soft and breathy, coming from the crack in the closet. "James!" He froze. His blood ran cold. He stared at the closet, his mind racing, but his body paralyzed. The voice spoke again, this time louder, and it was unmistakably coming from the closet. "James, I'm here." Without thinking, he shot out of bed, his legs weak as he rushed to the door. His hand was shaking as he reached for the knob, but before he could open it, the door creaked open on its own, just a little wider. Then the whisper came, clear as day, right behind him. "I've been waiting." James spun around, his heart pounding in his chest. But there was no one there. The room was empty. Nothing moved. But the air felt thick, heavy, as if something was watching him. He didn't waste another second. He grabbed his phone, dialed 911, and bolted out of the room. But the line was dead. The apartment, once his safe haven, now felt like a trap. The walls seemed to close in around him, and the whispering grew louder, more frantic. "James! You didn't close the door." He turned to look, but the closet was empty. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling